I don't want to put my business on the internet, but like there are certain things like seriously deep, hurtful, traumatic, whatever you want to call it, that have happened. But then I think about it and I'm just like, the person that I was before those things happened and then the person that I am now, those are like two completely different people. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, thinking about me from like years ago, I don't even know that person.
So what do you have to say to the people?
What do I have to say to the people? I think it's a pretty simple concept that I've been learning lately. It's basically just about recognizing times and seasons. I think for me, right, like if there's any situation, I like to think of it like, okay, in this particular situation I'm in, like what am I supposed to learn from it? Like what am I supposed to take from it? I don't think that life happens by chance. Like I don't think it's not a game of chance, right? And I think that at every point in time, I think we should all try to be introspective and just think, okay, right here, right now, what am I supposed to be learning? And, take that with you to the next phase of your life. I think this was a lesson that I really started to learn sometime last year when I had a health situation and then I had to have surgery. I'm usually the go, go, go type of person, but as I recovered, I found out that I really couldn't do anything. Even when my spirit was willing, my body literally said no. And I think that for me, that season taught me that resting is not being lazy. Like sometimes it's the best thing that you can do for yourself and for your health and for your well-being at that point in time. Like it is okay to slow down. I think this is very anti-hustle mentality, hustle culture that says, oh no, you have to go all the time. You have to be like 100% all the time. But really and truly, I think the combination of everything that season taught me was your best looks different from day to day. Every single day when you wake up, you think, okay, what's my best today? And you just do it. And I think over time, it compounds. Like it may not feel like you are doing everything or like you're hustling as much as you can. And it's okay. If that's what you can do for that day, if that's the best that you have for that day, for that period, do it. It's better than sitting down and feeling guilty because you are not hustling like the way the world tells you to hustle. I feel like I've had so many seasons, so many kini. And I think that even like, if you think about like, even like in a basic way, I think not a lot, but sometimes I think about like, okay, when I was in secondary school, for example, like things were completely different. Even when I was in uni, I'm like, there are certain things that I learned from that period. There are certain things that I did that, I'm not proud of. But I think it's just like, as I've moved through all those phases, I feel like I have like taken learnings from each phase and I've just carried this with me, and how like, how all those phases like come together and then they form a huge part of who you are. Because I think it's also very important because like if you don't go through certain things, if you don't experience certain things, there's like a way you would be different. Let's say, for example, I don't want to put my business on the internet, but like there are certain things like seriously deep, hurtful, traumatic, whatever you want to call it, that have happened. But then I think about it and I'm just like, the person that I was before those things happened and then the person that I am now, those are like two completely different people. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, thinking about me from like years ago, I don't even know that person.
If we're to continue and still talk on more things, I would ask, what do you have to say to the people about love and relationships?
Ah! Okay. Not actually everything. It's very funny that you asked me that because I think in a way, like that's still something, that concept of like love and relationships is like definitely something that I'm still figuring out. But I think something that I have like a fully formed thought about is just kindness and consideration. I feel like, in every relationship, there's like, all the butterflies, the romance, all the things. But I think what is most important is kindness and consideration. Like, you just think of other people as, okay, if I were in this position, is this something that would make me feel loved? I think it's just always thinking about the other person. Oh, but of course, at the same time, like, that doesn't mean that you should neglect yourself. No. But if you're saying, in my opinion, that you love this person, I think to a very great extent, you have to be kind and be considerate.
If this was the last time that anyone was going to come across you or come across your content or come across your voice at any point in time, what would you have to say to that person?
Um, Probably stay true to yourself, because in like this age of like social media, influencer culture, all of these things, it's pretty easy for you to lose track of who you are and just be like a mosaic of the influencers that you follow, your favorite influencers. I would say that even though like all of these things are like all around us, I think one thing that I think a lot of people should prioritize is actually finding out who they are. And then once they find out who they are, try to stay true to who that person is.